Hey guys, what's up? It's Keaton here from TechSmartt. Today we are going to be doing another TechSmartt show which covers 3 popular tech topics that have been happening in the news recently. We are going to be continuing the shirt switching method, I guess you could call it. And basically what that is if you're new to the show, I will switch a shirt off camera, of course, to alert you guys when I have switched to a new topic. If you want, you can just look at the shirts the whole time. I personally do not mind, whatever you want to do. So let's talk about the first shirt before we get into talking about some tech. Now this shirt represents the cloud and it represents nature. It's raining down cords, which finally leads to a mouse down here. I did buy this shirt partially because it had to do with technology, and the other part because it some of the funds went to charity. Excuse me there. So the fund that my shirt was the money that my shirt was donated to went to the charity water, so that's always cool. I think nature and technology go hand in hand, and that's the best combination in my opinion. But enough of me babbling about my shirt. Let's get into talking about some tech. So on Wednesday, September 21st, Apple released that they will be having a press conference on October 4th, which is a Tuesday, 2011. Now, some people say, or at least All Things Digital says, that this would be the iPhone 5 revealing. Personally, I'm like, let's deal this iPhone 5 out. I'm done with all these rumors. I want all the madness to end. I want a new phone. My 3GS is on its last limbs, so I need a new phone. I've waited till my contract's ended. I got the 3GS when it just came out. And I did have the 4, but I didn't really like it. Didn't notice too much of a difference, so I'm definitely excited for the iPhone 5. Hopefully we'll have a front-facing camera and 1080p view shooting on the back, but 720 is alright with me. Whatever's cool. I'm needing a new phone because obviously the iPhone is wearing down. But I'm predicting that we will also see another device be released. Maybe an iPod Touch. Maybe I would like to see the Mac Pros maybe updated. But I think we could see an iPod Touch being released because the iPod Touch did do pretty well in its past years, as well as the selling and all that. It's been doing great in throughout 4 quarters of the year. So I would like to see a new iPod Touch come out, but whatever happens, happens. It's Apple. They are full of surprises. But the last thing that will be released, obviously, whether it be on a device or just that third item in that conference, because usually Apple releases things in 3s, will be iOS 5. iOS 5 beta on my iPhone 3GS is cool. I can see how iOS is going to look in the next iPhone or next iDevice that does come out. But keep in mind, it's beta. It's laggy, it's buggy, but I'm on beta 7. It's starting to mold a little bit better, and we're starting to see a little bit more of a shape of what iOS will look like, or at least iOS 5. But when iOS 5 is finally launched and all primed up and everything, it's going to look great. I can't wait for it. It's going to be sweet. You guys will obviously get it when Apple does release it. I hope it doesn't cost you money to update, because I remember when I updated my iPod Touch's software way back when. We're talking when the first iPod Touch came out to software 3.0, I had to pay $10 to update it. I obviously did because I wanted to keep up, but I hope they don't charge for all the drama everything's caused. Switching towards our next topic, we'll be talking about the Facebook change that happened on September 21st up to the past. I mean, Facebook's been updating their systems a heck of a lot recently, and my opinions on this will not be clean. What I mean by clean is they're not good. I'm really sick and tired of Facebook updating. I'm very close to switching to a new network, regardless of my friends switch or not. It's just, I'm just kind of fed up. So let's talk about what happened with Facebook. Yesterday, Facebook updated their system, I would say, a lot. They changed the news feed, a little bit more of the profiles, as they have been touching on in the past few weeks, and just some other things that are kind of brief, not too intense or anything. But let's be honest here. When someone or a software company updates a system, let's take I'm not even going to give an example because it'll be horrible. But when they update something, they're going to give it about 3 months or so. See how it's going, see how people are liking it and everything, so people can get used to it and have time to adjust. With Facebook updating every other week, I mean, people don't have that much time to adjust. It doesn't take a day to adjust. Some people are like that, but most people aren't. So with them doing this, it's very aggravating because people need time to adjust, and having them switch right when they think they're adjusted to the old thing, they have to relearn a new thing. It just goes on and on and on. But hopefully Facebook is done updating for a while. Yesterday when they were updating their systems, or they had all their software in their new site and all that, it said my account was unavailable. I thought my account was hacked, so I turned off my iPhone because I was checking Facebook on the go. Took off the app, reinstalled the app, returned on the iPhone, etc., etc., etc. I went on my iMac, tried it, said my account was unavailable. So I thought it was hacked or they deactivated my account. All my other friends got on clean, fine, had no issues. But you know, the kid that does social networking a lot, gets the most trouble with it. So that was a bit hard to get into. I mean, I was not happy. I was like, Facebook, you suck. And I'm starting to switch over to Google Plus and Twitter these days. So if you want to join me in that fight against another social network or something, let me know in the comments down below if you're fed up with Facebook too. I know I am. I'm going to stick with it just because my friends are on it, but if we see one more major update that I haven't gotten used to the last update, I'm leaving for sure. I'll leave the Facebook account intact, but other than that, I'm really fed up with Facebook right now. Also, we're talking about Facebook. I did create a TechSmartt page if you want to go follow that. The link will be in the description below if you want to check that out. So let's talk about the t-shirt right here. This is the TechSmartt t-shirt. This is the first ever tech t-shirt I've ever had. As you can see, it's a bit faded because I got this shirt, say about March of this year. So it has faded. It has this little beat downs, but you can still see the logo and all that. It looks kind of like gray, but I don't know. Maybe I'm just colorblind. But this is the first ever t-shirt. That's my YouTube channel link in the back. I really do love it and everything. It's a great shirt. It's comfy, actually. It's something you could sleep in if you're not comfortable wearing tech shirts out in public. So I love it. If you want to go also buy this shirt, it would mean a lot to me. Remember, I don't get any commission for any of my sales for the shirts, anything like that. It just helps get the show a little bit more known, the YouTube channel a little bit more known. It's cool to have a shirt like this. At least I would think so, because it is my shirt. So if you would like to do that, please check this annotation right there. Click that or check the description below for this shirt. It's on Zazzle. Go check it out. I think it's about $14 or $16 depending on if you get a sweatshirt or something like that. Obviously, the more heavy clothing you go, the more pricey it will be. So keep that in mind. Moving to our last topic, we're going to be talking about the MacBook Air, as I've covered in my last episode, or the one before that, I don't recall at this time. But we're going to be talking about the price change. They've dropped it on the refurbished ones. But before we get into that, let's talk about this shirt. This is the Incipio case shirt that I did get at CTIA, my first ever trade show in Orlando, Florida. It won't be there this time. It's actually moving to a different location as they switch it around every year or so. So I don't know if I will be attending that one this year. But talking about the MacBook Airs, they have refurbished ones. As you know, Apple does like to refurbish everything. With this refurbish, I think I'm going to be closing in on it. I think I'm going to be getting this one, even though it's a generation back, even though it doesn't have an i-series processor, at least that's what I would call it, in it, and the hard drive space is only 64 gigabytes. It's what I'm gonna need. It's not what I need, but it's what is good for a laptop. I mean, think about it. This is gonna kind of be a school laptop and an upload on the go, such as trade shows that I do attend. So it's not something that I'm gonna have to store a ton of things on. Keep in mind, they make very thin external hard drives that you can always put in a backpack or something and have a simple cord go into it, and you can store all your stuff on that. I don't think I'm gonna be storing all my things on here, maybe a week's worth of TechSmartt videos on there, or I'll archive just a week, up to a week, and then I'll switch them over to that hard drive. But I mean, I have the motherboard here, the iMac, that has the main hard drive on, and I can always figure a way to send files over, Dropbox it, etc., etc., etc. So the price for the new MacBook Air is $699 refurbished. I would go with this if you're looking for a light computer. Just keep in mind, A, it's refurbished, B, the graphics, the processor isn't up to date as it is now. But I mean, it's still quick. Apple computers are fast. We used to have an Intel Core 2 Duo, excuse me there, Apple laptop, MacBook, just a white MacBook, and it ran fast. I wouldn't say it's as fast as the iMac, the i7 quad-core, but it was quick. At my school, we have i3s. Those are 2010 i3 iMacs, because my district is very fortunate to get iMacs for our school work and all that. So that's quick too. I mean, if you can find a MacBook Air, go for the best deal. But I think the $699 is brilliant. I think that's great. You get a thin laptop, you get something very light, and you're gonna get something that's pretty quick. Thank you guys so much for tuning into this week of the TechSmartt Show. I hope you guys did enjoy it. Also, before we end, I would like to mention that if you would like to donate a shirt to this show, preferably brand new, because I don't want to wear your guys' old stuff. Not to sound mean or greedy or anything, it's just that's not my kind of thing. So if you would like to donate a shirt regarding technology to this show, please private message me. We can definitely work something great out that's beneficial for you and me and the show. So guys, thank you guys so much again. Be sure to click to tweet this video, which is in the description below, and have a nice day. Bye-bye.